Hello there, it's Jason from the Weather Window. I thought I'd bring you a special update today because we've been expecting some pretty wintry weather and some quite wild weather on the cards for this week. Hasn't it been chilly this winter so far? I know we're only a weekend, but it feels like winter's well and truly arrived. So thought I'd bring you up to date with the wind, possibility of some snow. I'll keep it as quick as I can for you, of course. Thanks for joining me in advance, and do please like and share this video. I hope it's useful to you. Really just outlining what's happening this week up until Thursday, concentrating on snow and on the storm, which the Met Office will most probably name. I've been feeling there's a name coming for days now. So without further ado, let's have some screen sharing. Let's do a little bit of screen sharing, and I'll quickly bring you up to date with this story. So yeah, I thought actually we'll start off with a little look from space. This is what's happening from space just now, the satellite picture. And you can see there are some showers in the east today, the residual showers from the low pressure from the weekend. Western areas are vast in sunshine today. It's been very cold here, but very clear all day. And you can't help but notice that cloud there out to the west, stretching from Iceland and all the way through the mid-Atlantic. So this is the frontal system that's coming in. But if you look right along here, somewhere about there is this developing area of low pressure. And it's just what's happening is it's going to get caught up in the jet stream. And the jet stream is going to develop it explosively. Explosive cyclogenesis, it's called. Sometimes known as a weather bomb as well. Now, it's not going to do that over the UK. It's going to do that to the west of the UK. So don't panic there when I say a weather bomb. But we can essentially expect any kind of weather or difficult weather conditions when we have this explosive cyclogenesis where a low pressure develops very, deepens really quickly and rapidly up to 50 millibars. In a matter of a day. So you can't see it there yet. It's still to happen, but we're pretty confident that it's going to happen. And certainly I've been flagging it up for days on end now. Let's have a wee look at the temperature. Now, what I'm showing you here, this is from the Weather Online. And this is the 5 metre temperature as opposed to 10 metre temperature, the usual one. And it's maybe reflecting a wee bit more what the temperature's like closer to the ground. So you see my location there, Presswick, is -2. It's pretty chilly, isn't it? Look at that, -1s, -2s. Notice that Presswick's actually the coldest location. That's because it's been clearest here in the southwest of Scotland today. But most places kind of hovering around about or just above freezing, even down into the south there. And let me just show you what the dew points are at the moment as well. Again, from the Weather Online. The dew points are quite important when we consider snow because the dew point has to be at 0 or below for snow. There's no getting away from that. We can have temperatures below 0 on the thermometer, and the dew point being above 0 means it's the air's too damp, it's too wet to support snow. So let's just have a wee quick look at the dew points just now as they stand. So you can see there, we'll just make them nice and large for you as well. You can see there that the dew points are pretty low in Scotland. We've got -7s at the moment. Some locations of Scotland, the dew point is well below 0 for the vast majority of Scotland. So if any precipitation was to fall, that would most likely fall as snow. Look at that, -2 here, -7 in some locations. Looking a little bit further south, Northern Ireland, just a +1 degree is the dew point. It's a little bit less cold down south. So that's why the showers have been more watery than wintry today, because the dew points are a wee bit higher today. But in the southwest of England, they're pretty cold, and they're pretty cold in Wales too. So that's like the current situation. This is the satellite image and the radar picture. You can still see a couple of little showers coming into the northeast of England there, a couple of showers in the Midlands as well. You can see where the cloud's been today, and you can see where the clear sky's been, but you can't help but notice the cloud coming into Ireland with a little bit of precip coming in there as well as we speak. So things are beginning to change. Okay, air mass temperatures, this is for Glasgow, and it's at 850 hectopascals, so it's about a mile up in the atmosphere, and it gives us a better steer of what the conditions are going to be like on the ground. And you can see the average there in the red line. Normally it's between about -1 degrees a mile up in the atmosphere at this stage in December. You see where we currently are, between -4 and -6. So we've got some proper cold upper air. The front that's coming in tonight and tomorrow will slightly lift the upper air temperatures. We might not feel it on the ground, but it will lift them a little bit. Still not getting above zero, but notice then that they fall again. And around about there is about -5. Generally, the rule of thumb is when the upper air temperatures are -5 degrees, there's a greater than 50% chance of snow reaching the ground. So that's why I always show you the air mass temperature in the summer too, because it can indicate when there's going to be a heat wave there. So you can see it's sitting around -5 for a good number of days. Notice that the mean, which is in the white line of all the ensemble data, stays well below the average for this time of year. So we're in for a really chilly week. I'll just contrast that with Aberdeen. And you see it's fairly similar, maybe a wee bit less cold, believe it or not, in Aberdeen, upper air wise. But you can see as we extend the right way out that we still stay quite a bit below the average, even till about the 11th or the 12th of December. What does that look like in the ground? Well, let's just show you the 2 metre temperatures from the GFS on the ground. So you can see there we're going below zero tonight, maybe lift up to 3 or 4 degrees tomorrow and Monday, but look how that temperature dips away again on Tuesday and Wednesday, close to zero or just 1 or 2 degrees above zero. We're not really getting anything above 4 degrees all week in Glasgow. This is for Glasgow. Aberdeen, just to show you that, to contrast it there, you can see that it is actually a little bit milder in Aberdeen, and I'll show you why later. It's normally Aberdeen would be colder than Glasgow. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some model data now, okay, because I'm going to show you about the storm coming in and what's happening. See the low pressure there exiting to the east, and we're in a chilly northerly airflow, which explains the cold temperatures. There's the front coming in tomorrow, and here's that explosive cyclogenesis, that storm coming in on Tuesday. It's like a dartboard low, isn't it, over Ireland. Ireland will definitely see the brunt of this storm, as opposed to northeast Scotland, eastern Scotland, and northeast England, because the last thing we need is more wind and severe weather when people are still without power due to the pylons coming down. Trees are very unstable as well, so it's the last thing we need right now is another windstorm. And this is why I bring you this update today. Just pushing it on, you can see on Wednesday the low is beginning to fill. It's centred quite south, isn't it? It's centred really around the Isle of Man in this particular model. So the track of it's still up to debate, and a little bit of debate around that. And that would determine the wind direction as well and who gets the strongest of the winds. But I'm going to quickly just show you most of them. I'm going to show you the ECMWF. And you can see the low pressure there. Front's coming into the west. This Tuesday, now the ECM's got it a little bit further west and south of Ireland there on Tuesday. There it comes in on Wednesday, tracking a little bit further north, so the centre is over Northern Ireland. So you can see right away that it's not nailed yet. It's not completely consistent exactly the track of this storm, but it fills by Wednesday. Scotland's in the cold day because it's easterly winds there and a northwesterly wind for northwestern parts of England. A quieter day by Friday, and I suppose some good news is it gets a wee bit milder, if not unsettled, at the weekend. It's just a possibility of something quite stormy again next week, but we'll leave that for the moment. This is the GEM and the Canadian model showing you the low pressure. Let's go back just there. Here we go. There's today. There's the front's coming in on Monday. There's that big explosive area of low pressure. This time centred just slightly to the south of Northern Ireland, so the Republic of Ireland. It really is like a dartboard low. Some very, very, very strong winds there. And it begins to fill, if you like, on Wednesday. Scotland looks pretty chilly there with an easterly, as does Ireland, and maybe the southwest of England as well. Okay, so let's have a look at the GFS now, the American one model. And northerlies today, fronts coming in from the west tomorrow. And there's that dark broad low. Focus mostly over Ireland, really tight isobars, so really, really stormy weather. There it fills again, Scotland again, easterly winds or northwesterly winds for the west of the UK, so quite chilly with that. And it sinks south. Notice a wee bit of high pressure beginning to form over Scandinavia, which might kind of slow things down, block the progress from west to east, and push the low pressure a wee bit further south. So it really fills by Friday, and we're in a chilly northwesterly by that point, and then it becomes a little bit unsettled at the weekend with more of a westerly flow, so definitely less cold. Okay, let's show you finally the UK Met Euro model, and this is the northerly we've got just now. There's a fronts coming into the western Wednesday and Monday, beg your pardon. There's a dark bold low. There is a little bit of consistency in the last couple of models that it's going to be centred over the Republic of Ireland. And there, the low pressure just fills, drifts a wee bit further north, I would say, with the UK Met. And then we go into a kind of chilly northwesterly on Thursday and on Friday. Looks a bit colder with the UK Met actually for the end of the week, before unsettled weather comes in at the weekend. And then we go into westerlies, which would definitely make it a little bit milder. Okay, I just want to show you the precipitation type forecast based on the GFS model that we just looked at there. So we said there's some fronts coming into the west. And I've run this sequence. Just bring this down a little bit for you so you can see the timestamp at the top. So there we go, Sunday, the 5th of December. This is a bit when you're viewing it or when this is recorded. You can see band of rain coming in from the west. Look how it turns to snow in western Scotland, probably away from the coast, especially in the southwest Scotland. So in Ayrshire, the coastal regions probably get some rain, but go inland, Beath or Dalry or Kilburnie and areas that just that little bit further inland, and you could get a little bit of snow later on tonight or technically tomorrow morning at 3 o'clock. Let's keep running that. You can see central Scotland is forecast to have some snow, and the purple bits there are representing some pretty heavy snow. That's the estimates of snow down there, the key at the bottom. We see when we get to the purple colours, we're talking about 5, 6, 7 centimetres of snow estimated in that time frame. If we skip on, Scotland looks to have a wee bit of snow tomorrow morning. Hey, that looks like quite a snow event. It may be overplaying things a little bit, but certainly for the Highlands, a lot of snow, as to the Southern Midlands and the Pennines, and even parts of the Midlands. It's possible you might get a little bit of snow in Northern Ireland as well. And just running it through, becomes more of a wintry mix as we go through the afternoon tomorrow, away from the hills, that is. But you see there's still a little bit of snow at 6 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock tomorrow evening, probably in the form of showers. Now, this is what we need to pay attention to. There's a storm coming in, turning to snow over parts of the Republic of Ireland and pushing into Northern Ireland. And as this engages in this cold air that we've got, you see it really beginning to turn to snow. Tuesday, lunchtime at this stage, northwest England, southwest Scotland, look to be seeing some snow. It becomes particularly heavy. There's the purple colours again. Quite a snow event being forecast by the GFS in this particular model run. It may not verify, but this is what it's showing just now. Northern England is definitely joining in with the snow there as well. Look how heavy that snow becomes on Tuesday evening with the purple colours there. That's significant blizzards given the strength of wind that we're going to experience. Most of Scotland getting snow, Northern England as well. Some of the coastal areas there in the southwest of Scotland again, like Ayrshire, may the snow, if it snows, may revert back to rain. It kind of clears out the way a little bit. Remains quite snowy in Scotland, as you can see. Then it's more of a wintry mix there for the remainder of the week. So we'll just jump on. I'm going to show you the winds now, and then we'll tie the video up. What we've got here, this is the UK Met Office, and it's the much more high definition UKV model. we're looking at here. And you can see the wind gusts. Okay, this is wind gusts. So quite strong winds even in the east of Scotland today. As you probably see there, we'll just get rid of the ad. And I'm just going to run you through this sequence. The winds do kind of calm down tonight a little bit. There we go. And it's going to allow frost to develop in some places. Notice the winds beginning to pick up in the west there later on Sunday. You see some strong winds actually to the west of Ireland and to way west of Scotland there later on tonight, just showing you what's coming, a little swathe of strong winds there. And just run this through till we get to Tuesday. So quite windy in the west and the north tomorrow on Monday. These are the gusts, remember. You can see there just west of the Hebrides that the UK Met Office is suggesting that winds of up to 70 mile an hour are possible even on Monday. Winds calm down a wee bit later on Monday, but we'll watch the storm coming in here for Tuesday. Okay, so a windy day in the west, and just take you through into Tuesday. Watch the colours intensifying in Tuesday. Oh, we're still on Monday. Beg your pardon. There's Tuesday now. So after a windy day on Monday, the winds do calm down a wee bit. You can see the storm coming into the southwest of Ireland, 70 miles an hour off the coast of the Republic of Ireland there. Watch this. These winds really make tracking this. Quite a scary chart, isn't it? Because you can see the Irish Sea areas have got winds of gusts up to 75 miles an hour. I can see an 81 mile an hour there in the chart, and even 90 miles an hour just below the south of the Republic of Ireland. Okay, so southwestern Scotland having a real blow by lunchtime on Tuesday as well, as the wind speeds pick up to 50 miles an hour, 77 miles an hour, the very far south and southwest of Scotland and the Irish Sea coast. Quite scary. Look at Northern Ireland too, and just to the north of it, 70 miles an hour. So not, you can see Ireland there, the wind speed's reducing because that's the eye of the storm, if you like. And just running it on. The east of the country is not going to bear the brunt of this, as you can see, but out in the North Sea, there's some pretty gusty winds, 60, 65, I even see a 70 there for 6 o'clock on Tuesday. So windy out at sea. That could have implications for the coastal regions, of course. The coastal fringes are going to bear the brunt of this. But the winds eventually do subside, and the winds calm down in the north on Wednesday, but still looking particularly windy for the northeast of Scotland and the southwest of England and just to the west of Ireland before they really begin to calm down by the time we get to Thursday. So I know there's a lot of information there. Looks like some rain, sleet and snow is going to come into the west later tonight and into tomorrow. The winds will pick up tomorrow as well, especially in the west. When that clears away, we get a little window of slightly quieter weather before this storm, which I'm sure is going to be named by the Met Office. It might be Met Erin, the Irish Association, that do the naming of this particular storm. But the storm comes in on Tuesday from the southwest, Ireland and Irish Sea coast, southwest Scotland, bearing the brunt of the strong winds. Not only that, as the rain pushes in, and the rain will be heavy where you have rain, it quickly turns to snow. For a little while, it's transitive snow for Northern Ireland, but for the northwest of England, southwest Scotland, and into central Scotland, there's a real snow event going on at the moment, especially in the hills. It will be blizzards because of the strength of the wind as well. The temperatures are going to be really low as we established, so when you add on the wind chill, it is not going to be pleasant at all. So if you've got plans on Tuesday, you may wish to look at those. Do take care. Again, structural damage is possible. Trees could come down, slates could be flying off roofs, could be some issues with power, outages, once again, maybe in different areas of the UK, internet, all sorts of structural and hazards. So let's see what the Met Office has got to say about this storm. I'll keep you up to date with posts. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please share it. Please like it if you did. And thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a great Sunday and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye for now.